Hi, welcome to Genius Schools, our Educator Mastermind. Today we're going to be talking about how harnessing AI tools and how to support teaching and learning. And it's going to be a really great session. We've got a fantastic guest speaker who is Ryan. We'll introduce him in a moment. I'll just share my screen so you've got a visual. So I'm Angie Stead, the co-founder and leader of Genius School, and I'm here with Karen Bonanno, who is also one of our leadership team in Genius School and leads some of our programs too. So really great to have you here and join the conversation. So what we're going to cover today is the importance of young people to upskill and prepare for the next new future of work in the AI area. It's a hot topic right now, and some people are fearful and some people are excited, but either way, it's a very interesting topic to talk about. We're going to be covering the essential skills and AI literacy and how to use AI to support independent, personalized learning and development, and also the Genius School context opportunities that we can provide to you to support you in upskilling the next generation of students. So again, huge welcome from us. About Genius School. So Genius School offers child-centered, personalized learning pathways for young people where we ignite their natural genius and we grow their natural talents and strengths. So we're creating self-aware lifelong learners who are empowered and empowering future change makers and leaders. So no small task we have between us all. And yeah, the important thing is we teach our students that learning is a lifelong journey and you're either learning or you're earning, but learning to discern. So learning, discerning and earning together is really, really important and an essential skill for our young people. So we always like to say what we mean by the word genius, just in case you're meeting us for the first time on this call. We believe that everybody is a genius. The ancient Romans believed that your genius was your unique spirit or personality that resided within your body for the whole of your life. So the actual word genius is derived from two Latin terms, genius meaning as above, and ingenium, a related noun, which refers to our innate dispositions, our talents, and our inborn nature. So when you look at our whole Genius School philosophy around personalizing education and growing our talents and natural abilities, you can see why it makes perfect sense to believe that everybody is a genius. So Karen, I'd like to bring Karen into the conversation here. Karen?
Yeah, hi, Angie.
So to talk about the future of learning and the taxonomy for future of learning, Karen. Hi, welcome.
It's great to be here and good to see folk joining us. And I'm looking forward to what Ryan has to share with us later. This particular documentation, or the image that you see there, has been a recent release, and we've constantly seen the changing of the skills that young people will need, and even ourselves, what we will need to retain our employment, our jobs, run our businesses if we're entrepreneurs. And you can see here that there's different levels of this taxonomy. And to the extreme right is where it goes into a lot of the detail. Now, some of these are probably familiar to you because they have been around for a while, particularly the critical thinking and the problem solving, collaboration, communication. But now there's some extra layers in there as well. And in particular, as the digital landscape expands and we now have AI in the mix, we need to make sure that we're really upskilling ourselves, in particular, the next generation coming through, who are going to be the leaders and the business owners and entrepreneurs of tomorrow. So it's not just the cognitive skills, the analytical skills. There's also the other aspect about how you work together. So how you collaborate, communicate, negotiate. And then, of course, there's what we might call the soft skills, where you're getting down to the curiosity and wonderment and grit and having a growth mindset and showing initiative and, developing your whole lot of civic responsibility skills. But the key ones right at the top there are the abilities and skills are really important when it comes to dealing with AI and how we work in an artificial intelligence environment, and the information, images, music, videos, everything that it can now create. We need to be very discerning in that whole process. So yeah, going on to the AI literacy, because this is the new literacy now. It's in addition to, it doesn't override what we might know as literacy generally, where we're able to read and write and draw and all those sorts of things and communicate. AI literacy now is developing a whole different skill set for how we interact with artificial intelligence type tools. And I've identified and bolded some key terms here. Number one is it's a tool that, like all technology, when we're working in education, we have to use the technology to help us to engage our learners in a more personalized learning space so they can develop the skills and the competencies that they will need for their future. So to a certain extent, we have to be looking at how we use the tool rather than the tool using us. And this is a bit of a challenge we've got when it comes to AI, because AI can be very useful, and we may sort of think, well, maybe AI is going to take over some of the tasks that we do. But the whole thing is, in today's world, we need that human element. And so it's important that when we're using the tool and whatever information or resources it generates, we have to be critical, and we have to have an understanding of the context and the knowledge around what we're using it for, and also questioning. Because even with ChatGPT, which is possibly the most popular, what we find is that even ChatGPT has a disclaimer at the bottom, which says that I cannot sort of guarantee that there's the correct facts and information here. So we have to be discerning users, and the way that we do that is we develop the AI literacy to be able to then use it then within our teaching and learning engagement that we'll have with kids. So that's a pretty important thing to keep in mind, that it's a tool, we use it as a tool, and we use it to enhance what we do within our learning environment. So do you want me to pick up on the next slide, Angie?
Karen, I think you're in flow. You carry on.
Well, mainly because I've been using ChatGPT in particular for looking at how we develop real life learning programs. So you can use the ChatGPT, and you have to kind of use the right prompts. And so even prompt instruction is now an art. And so you've got to give it a role, and you've got to give it a context. You've got to kind of set the tone that you want it to present. And so with the way that we've been using it is doing things like getting it to outline sort of lesson plans that will allow students to engage in inquiry learning, to be involved in real world learning experiences. And it's really great to see what ChatGPT can generate as that lesson outline for, say, an eight-week unit. We then put the kind of the meat onto the bones, so to speak. And so it really does save some time, and we're able to also develop rubrics for assessment. There's a whole lot of ways that you can use ChatGPT to support the teaching and learning process and help to reduce your workload just a little bit. Now, in the way that we're working in Genius School, we're getting the kids to be able to develop their future ready skills. So all of those taxonomy of education, we're addressing that, but we're also engaging them in personalised learning, because we're using some little tools that have been created to help us to identify a child's natural way that they would learn, the way that they would communicate, the way that they would take in information, and how they would engage in learning. So we're able to kind of tailor that. And that's another little key point with ChatGPT, is that if you have some diversified learning needs, you can ask ChatGPT to identify learning activities to help to support some of the diversified learning environments that we're in. So all of this is how we're gearing it along the way to make sure that we're providing a very different learning space for young people, and how we're incorporating some of the tools that are out there that we can use to help us to be smarter educators.
Cool. Thank you, Karen. And so we are actually, Karen, you might as well carry on with the next two slides, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, Well, this is just kind of giving a little bit of a setting the scene for what's happening within the Genius U Metaversity, of which Genius School is a part of that whole group.
Yes.
And our main person who is leading us in that is Roger James Hamilton. And Roger has spoken on numerous occasions about that nice little equation that you see there, which is the human intelligence. So that's us. And what I was saying before, we're bringing our understanding and what we know and our knowledge to the tool of artificial intelligence and using that to work smarter and more efficiently. And so we've got this superhuman intelligence that we have now at our fingertips. And of course, we're going to be in a space where we're going to start to use that. So the next slide is giving you a little bit of a hint of Genius School is now going to move into what we call our metaversity or our metaverse. And this is, we've just started to launch it. The Genius Group have started to launch it with a number of their events. So if any of you have ever experienced Second Life, you might kind of get a feel of what's happening here. So down the bottom where you've got all the people, that's where people come in. You kind of teleported into this virtual space and we're all gathered in the foyer area. And then, of course, there's the main stage that we view when there's a presentation going on. But there are little side rooms to go off to. And the Genius School campus is going to be part of that as well. So that's going to be coming soon, and we'll keep you all up to date for how that rolls out. But it's certainly going to be an exciting environment. And then another thing too is we have the Genie AI. So the Genie AI works with the prompts that we need to use as we're using, say, ChatGPT, and Ryan's going to share with you a whole lot of other things as well. But we're using that as well to be able to guide people into the most appropriate spaces for them to learn. So as you scoot off to the Genius School campus, you'll then enter another little portal where you'll have all these different choices and the Genie will be guiding you on the best path. So this is where we're using the artificial intelligence to help us to be smarter learners and then to be using our own human intelligence to develop the superhuman intelligence. So it's exciting times to be in.
Really exciting. Thanks so much, Karen, for that. And I noticed that whilst you were talking, Karen, I could see Ryan's head nodding like he's really into all of this. Now, I'd like to introduce Ryan. Ryan Long is one of our Genius educators. So he has a business as a youth coach called the Genius Generation. So definitely aligned with the whole Genius School philosophy for sure. And as one of our Genius educators, Ryan has really embraced technology. And I would like to hand over to Ryan for him to be able to share with you some of the tools that he uses in his business as a youth coach. So Ryan, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Angie. Thank you, Karen, for having me on this call. And also good to see some familiar faces today. Tosin, Roxana, thank you for joining. And of course, to all our new friends who are interested in the realm of AI. Okay, can I just check if everyone can see my screen at this point? Okay, so like a movie production, right? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So Genius School and Genius Generation proudly present harnessing AI tools to support teaching and learning. It doesn't matter whether you're an educator or not on this call. What matters is anyone can responsibly and effectively utilize AI tools to support your own teaching and learning in the 21st century. Okay, so today I'll be your guide, and we're going to take approximately about 30 minutes to go through today's content. Okay, so just a little bit about me, so you know that I'm the real deal. I'm not some like fake guru running around. Okay, I had a history at the National University of Singapore Career Center. Okay, so I was helping undergraduates develop soft skills for the VUCA world. Okay, I'm happy to share my stories of failures and successes so that the new generation will suffer less and achieve greater than even I did. Okay, and I hope to be that person, that senior others wish they had, the friend who can tell they're in a dark place and pull them out. Okay, it is so vital today, given a world of constant change and uncertainty. All right, and these awards listed here just show that I'm on the right path, I guess, delivering good value to society. And yeah, I'm most encouraged to continue my work. Okay, this is a word that might be new to many of you. It's called multi-hyphenate. So what does that mean? Karen did mention before about the changing 21st century ahead, right? And the future of jobs. And I guess one thing that I noticed very happening a lot now is the idea of the multi-hyphenate. Someone with several professions and skills. So they can jump around from one job to another, one project to another, right? Things are so fast paced nowadays. So as an example, I've been through many topics in my adventures, from career to entrepreneurship, branding, even etiquette, right? How to interact with people at the dining table is so important. As well as design thinking, and recently digital literacy, right? How to identify deepfakes, how to be very conscious online. I think if a younger generation can master all these skills, then you'll be in good stead no matter what the future holds. And of course, I'm also obsessed with the Genius ecosystem. So I've been so obsessed that I have gone on to win the Marketing 5.0 micro school last year. And that's where I met Karen, actually. She introduced me to Genius School. Okay, but at that time I wasn't ready yet. But then fast forward to the end of the year where I was at Wealth Dynamics Masters. Okay, so that's where the Genius generation was took off, right? So yeah, here's us winning the award, and that's where I also met Angie in person to align with the Genius philosophy. Okay, so yeah, you're getting good stuff today. So just an assurance for you. Okay, hang on. I think the slides just died a bit. Just let's give it a while. Okay. All right. So why Genius? Okay, just a refresher for all of us. Because we believe everyone can live their best life by being global, entrepreneurial, natural, inspiring, unique, and smart. Okay. So through our natural genius, this is where we can really be in flow and achieve what we want to achieve in this world. Okay, and if you see these genius companies as well, for all those who are new to the genius ecosystem, you'll notice that we all align with the same vision, all right, of Genius. So Genius Group, Genius Central, Genius U, Entrepreneurs Institute, Entrepreneurs Resort, and also Genius School, of course, right? Genius Generation is proud to align with their vision of evolving education for the future and share its wisdom with the next generation of geniuses. So ladies and gentlemen, you are a genius yourself. And with AI, you can definitely achieve much more. Okay. And of course, with the career landscape of the 21st century evolving rapidly, all right, you're going to get much more VUCA, right? And you heard of GPT-4, you heard of Copilot coming up for Microsoft Word, Excel as well. So there's something to look forward to. Okay. But amidst all the AI stuff, I'd like to remind everyone that, besides with AI taking over all these technical skills, as we are seeing in the media, it does pay to develop human mindsets and life skills, because these are the ones that ultimately govern how we use the tools. Okay, so as Angie has shared before, no tech can be as self-aware as yourself. No tech can self-master skills as well as you can, and no tech can self-express as authentically as you can. So by being grounded in these human mindsets and skills, we can definitely utilize AI tools well to excel in the future. Okay, so while existing education systems may continue to develop technical skills for yearly trends, an evolving education system develops timeless human mindsets and life skills for future-proof employability. Okay, so this is where Genius Generation comes in, and we hope to empower you in this session. Okay, this is also echoed by evidence, right, from news articles, and Singapore, from where I'm from, a very insanely competitive education system, right? So this is the Minister of Education in Singapore asserting that, right, companies do these days look at skills like problem solving, leadership, and the willingness to challenge the status quo, right? So this is how we can be in the loop to focus on what matters for the future. Okay, so before we begin, we'd like you all to use the chat and just update me. okay, on what you've learned from your own journeys of being an AI-powered educator. Perhaps you can write things, like what apps have you used so far? Okay, what people have you met who have spoken about AI? So just take a while to enter in the chat so I can get a sense of how familiar you are with AI. Or maybe if anyone would like to unmute for a while and just share your experience with AI so far, your concerns. Okay, Angie has said that she has had some fun with ChatGPT. So have I, yes, very good. Okay, so I see ChatGPT is quite a thing, not a lot. Okay, it's okay, Velma, we'll get you up to speed, okay, on the AI tools today. Okay, just keep the comments coming, okay, as I move on to the magic for today. Oh, AI slides, huh? Oh. Okay, Google Bard, Ping Creator, very good. Okay, in fact, we'll be covering 2 of these tools today. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so I'm very pleased to dive into the magic right now, okay? We're gonna use AI tools as our AI quiz master. So this is the first of 3 magical experiences we'll be having today. Okay, of course, with all AI tools, we are going to enter the realm of prompt engineering. This is a very upcoming scale of the future. Apparently, you can earn like what, 350K a year just from being a prompt engineer. Okay, so just an example, I will just read out what we're gonna enter into ChatGPT. So the prompt goes like this. Okay, let's have a trivia quiz with the intention to be both entertained and educated. As the game master, you will ask a question in the following format. Okay, question 1, so on. And then wait until the 2 participants have presented their answers in the following example. So you can see, right, it's going to be a kind of like a competitive quiz already. So team A, team B with their answers. And then only then will you review the answer, followed by the cumulative scores of each team in the following format. So you can see that the teams will get points if they answer correctly, right? So there's this like some kind of gamification here. Points acquired are cumulative, all right? And then I'll go on to list about how the points stack up so they are fair, right, for the teams, okay? So add 1 point for a correct answer, minus 1 point for an incorrect answer. And to make it fun, I also say, I also tell ChatGPT that it can throw in a difficult question at random, that is worth 5 points. So if you answer this certain question correctly, you can score above the competition, okay? You can also be as witty and comment on witty answers given by the teams. And then finally, I'll set the parameters. This quiz has 3 questions in total, and the topic will be the 7 continents. So note that in the future, you can also tweak the topic to answer on whatever you're interested in. And yes, we will continue in this manner until instructed otherwise. And let's begin with the first question. So what I'm gonna do now is to share the screen of our good friend here, ChatGPT. Okay, and I am going to copy paste what I just showed you into ChatGPT, and then we will see it work the magic from there. So this is pretty exciting because I also don't know what ChatGPT is gonna do, right? So let's see how it works. Okay, can I check if y'all can see ChatGPT on the screen? Okay, so you can see that I just entered the text into the chat box, and we're gonna click enter. Okay, and now we're gonna see ChatGPT generate the quiz for us. Okay, look at that. Question 1, which continent is the smallest in terms of land area? Okay, this one I'm also not sure, but we can put team A and team B. So I will be team A. Maybe I'll get Karen and Angie to be team B. So y'all can unmute and tell us what is your answer, the smallest continent in terms of land area. Yeah.
I'm taking my time, hoping Karen answers first.
Well, I'll send you my answers first. I'll put Asia, okay? I know it's wrong, but let's test out the system.
What have you put?
I put Asia for mine, okay? Yeah. So you and Karen are team B.
Okay.
Yes, this is testing my my geographical background. I'm thinking England.
England. All right, let's put England right there. And all you have to do, right, is just enter, and then ChatGPT will tabulate the answers and scores. Oh, the correct answer is Europe. And the cumulative scores are, okay, yeah, I got it wrong, right? So it's like 0, and Team B got a -1. So you can see that the math is not very good. Okay. Yeah, but this is where you can also start to fact check and see, hey, okay, kids, look, the math is bad. Let's correct it.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. So now we know the answer is Europe. And look at that, ChatGPT has given us the second question. Which continent is home to the largest desert in the world? All right, let's try it again. Angie and Karen.
So I would say the Sahara Desert.
The Sahara
Well,
Desert.
continents,
Okay.
that'd be what? Africa?
Yeah, it's yeah, Africa, yeah.
Africa, okay. I also think it's Africa as well. So let's send in our answers. Okay, both teams are correct. The largest desert in the world, the Sahara Desert, is indeed located in Africa. So now both of us have 1 point. It corrected its mathematical
I
skills.
should get 2 points. I named the desert as well. Not that I'm competitive, but just so you know.
Oh, well, maybe the last question might shift the balance. Which continent is the least populous? Least number of people. Let's see. Okay, maybe I shall put my answer as Australia.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say Australia as well.
All right, so we're same for Team A and Team B.
All right, Australia then. All right, let's see what ChatGPT says. Oh, both teams are correct again. Australia is indeed the continent with the lowest population. Okay, so congratulations to both teams for the excellent performance. You have reached the end of the trivia quiz.
We must be a genius.
Yeah, but you see, this is something cool that you can gather your folks around like Thanksgiving or Christmas, your class, and just play this game and then have everyone bond over it. Yeah, so it's also a good way to get the collaboration going. Okay, so thank you. We have completed the first magical moment with ChatGPT. Okay, I am going to share about the results from this experiment, right? So while AI creates questions, reviews the answers, and even monitors the scores for us, okay, what we humans can do is we can catch a breather, first of all. Okay, we can participate with our students and participants, and also fact check the responses, right? So if ChatGPT makes a mistake, we can exercise the critical thinking skills. Like, hey, he did this wrong. Let's keep an eye on that. Okay. All right, let's move on to the second magical function. Okay, ChatGPT can be your AI world builder. Okay, let's find out more about what it means to be a world builder. All right, here comes the prompt. Let's do some creative scenario response with the intention to stimulate my creative problem solving skills. Okay, so here are the steps to give you the context. Firstly, ChatGPT is going to state a very uncomfortable and difficult situation that you as the human will have to resolve. Okay, ChatGPT will also select a time period across history, as this will influence the manner that the human responds in. ChatGPT will assign me a role and the limitations I will have to work with. Okay, and then as I answer the questions, ChatGPT will drop a plot twist in the middle of the whole simulation. Okay, so this can either be a welcome advantage or an unwelcome complication. Yeah, you can even bring in a historical or fictional character who helps or sabotages your progress. So it's going to get a bit exciting here. Okay, and after a few rounds of questions, it will conclude the scenario, because this can honestly go on forever if you don't set the boundaries. Okay, yeah. So the parameters are to be as random as possible, even wildly unrelated. So this ensures that you have a lot of creative thinking, right? When they put in seemingly unrelated topics. Okay, and of course the human will attempt to answer with as diverse viewpoints as possible. And of course, ChatGPT will answer my questions objectively and provide alternative viewpoints that I may not have considered in my answers. So you can think of ChatGPT as being like a coach of sorts. Okay, so once again, we are going to share the screen of ChatGPT. Okay, and I'm going to copy paste the prompt and put it into the software. Okay, so just give me a moment as I copy paste. Okay, once again, we're not going to know what ChatGPT is going to come up with. So this is the exciting part, right? Okay. Okay, can you all see ChatGPT on the screen? All right, let's put in the prompts and let's go. Okay, sure. Let's engage in some creative scenario response. Here is your first scenario. Okay, you find yourself stranded on a deserted island with limited supplies and no means of communication or rescue in sight. Okay, this is the time period of ancient Egypt. All right, and your role and limitations. You are a humble farmer who has accidentally been swept away from the Nile River while working on your fields. You have basic survival skills, but no knowledge of navigation or seafaring. Now, please provide your response on how you attempt to resolve the situation and survive on the deserted island in ancient Egypt. Okay, so if I was this farmer stranded, perhaps I would say, okay, I will use the stars to find out where I am located. Okay, what do you think? So this is where you can get the human to start to think critically. How would they answer? And ChatGPT will guide you along, right? So using the stars to navigate is a great idea, right? In ancient Egypt, the Egyptians had a deep understanding of astronomy. Okay, I didn't know that much as well, right? Okay, so I mean, in the interest of time, I won't read through everything, but this is an example of how ChatGPT can be your scenario builder and also give you an education as you navigate through your problems, right? If you look at the bottom and the final paragraph, it says, now here comes the plot twist. Okay, as you gaze up into the night sky, you stumble upon a hidden chamber filled with ancient Egyptian artifacts. Okay, how do you plan to make the most of this unexpected discovery? Well, there are many ways this scenario can go, but in the interest of time, I will stop sharing about this and move on to the next magical tool. Okay, but of course, all these prompts, right? You all will get the prompts in the slides, so you can go and play around and yeah, have a world of a time with this tool. Okay. All right, I will share my slides again, and we'll move on to the third tool. Okay. All right, sorry, before that, I just want to reiterate, right, with the scenario building with ChatGPT. While AI creates the context, assesses your responses, spices up the experience, you as the human can once again catch a breather. You can fact check the responses and also develop your creative and critical thinking as you respond to your scenario. So in fact, this can be a replacement for your bedtime stories with your kid, right? Instead of reading a book, you can gather around ChatGPT and participate in the story together. Okay. All right, so this is the third and final AI tool we're using today. AI as your picture creator. So I know one of our participants in the chat has mentioned Bing Image Creator, and Karen, yes. So we are going to take a look at how we can create images from words. So here is the prompt, everyone. Very simple. A magnificent cruise ship sailing the high seas. Okay, but we have to put some prompts below because at this point, AI is not that intelligent, so it may give us very weird pictures, okay? And you don't want to have nightmare fuel plaguing you for the rest of your days. So we have to be specific: volumetric lighting, beautiful, atmospheric, seamless, insanely detailed, high quality, 8K hyper-realistic pictures, right? With accurate gravity, accurate physics, and accurate body parts. Okay, some people have tried to create human figures, right, with these image creators. The results are horrendous. 6 fingers, 8 fingers. Okay, yeah, you know that what happened. So we have to be very particular about this. Okay, so I'm gonna share the screen to show this app. Okay, or rather Microsoft Bing. And I'll copy paste the prompt to put into the software. Okay, by the way, this is free. Okay, Microsoft Bing Image Creator. So you can simply create an account and you can generate all kinds of images for your presentations, for your visual works as well. Okay, So we're going to see what happens here. Okay, wait, can you all see Microsoft Bing on the screen? Okay, let's work the magic, all right? So I've copy pasted the prompts in here, and now we're going to press enter and see what it comes up with. Okay. Okay, while the prompt is generating, you can also see past works that I've done up, right? For example, like a book in the university library. So you can generate this kind of high quality images that can be useful for PowerPoint presentations, so on and so forth, right? Yellow truck on riding a road. Okay, so things like that. Okay, look, the image has generated. So y'all can see right over here, a magnificent cruise ship sailing the high seas. So what you can do is to select the image that you resonate most with, and then save it to your computer, put it into your slides. Okay, so yeah, very simple. You can even generate the exact kind of information you want in the pictures, right? You don't have to keep looking for on the net for a certain picture that fits your description. You can create it on the spot. Okay. So yeah, those are the 3 tools that I hope will add magic to your daily life, whether you're an educator or not. Okay, let me just share my slides again. Okay, so this is one example that you can use with the images you've created. So feel free to scan the QR code. You can access this free ebook that I created that is on the Genius Use store. It shows how you can pair the wonders of AI with your own human intelligence to create a lead magnet or a inspirational piece of work for your community. Okay.
Brilliant. That's cool. Thank you, Ryan. And
No
so,
problem.
yeah, carry on. So,
okay, yeah.
yep.
So, of course, as a genius educator, I would like to ask everyone as well, what has this experience inspired you to do next? So feel free to put onto the chat, what the experience today with AI has inspired you to do. Okay. And of course, with the conclusion, I would like to once again reiterate, right, the words of Roger James Hamilton. Okay, the collective wisdom of AI can definitely foster collaboration and critical assessment. Okay, it pays to master AI responsibly so that it does not master you in the future, or rather the bad actors using AI will not be able to master you. Okay, so we are shifting from an age of human intelligence, okay, whereby we can utilize human intelligence with artificial intelligence to create superhuman intelligence, right? At one point in human history, humans were just using maps, right? Drawing maps, and this came up with inaccuracies. But nowadays with AI, we have a whole globe at our disposal. We can even search and plan routes on what we want to do, right? So highly encourage everyone to, don't be scared. Feel free to embrace the power of AI, and from that we can empower humanity further. Okay. So yeah, with that, thank you for your attention today. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn or even on Telegram as well, so you can check out all the crazy adventures I'll be up to come the future. Okay, and of course, I'll be tagging Angie and Karen as well, so they can see what I've been up to. Yeah.
We look forward to seeing your crazy adventures, Ryan. And thank you for sharing those examples. It's fun to see what we can create using AI. And that's some very, very simple prompts and examples you shared there, Ryan. But your ebook you made from the, you got all the images from the Microsoft Bing, didn't you? Or some other similar software. So definitely, if you're looking at that book, know that Ryan did actually create them through AI. So look at the time it can save and the fun you can have along the way. So amazing sharing. Thank you, Ryan, for being an example of somebody who's not fearful of AI. And the key point there is, thinking about the humanitarian approach to education. If we teach our students today as we taught them yesterday, then we rob them of tomorrow. So please don't allow, and that's a quote from John Dewey, and a psychologist, education psychologist, and teacher. So if you allow your fear of embracing technology influence the students or your children, then we are robbing them of opportunities for the future. What we need to do is embrace the whole Genius School philosophy and really focus on building the humanitarian, the human in our young people, in looking at the whole child and how to personalize learning experiences so that we grow their self-awareness, we grow their confidence and abilities and awareness of their strengths so that they can go out and they can truly express their individuality. They can truly express what it means to be a human, as they're on their lifelong journey towards self-mastery. And to do so, with that slide Karen shared earlier, we need to be growing positive learning dispositions. We need to be looking at the social and emotional competencies, the growth mindset, the dispositions like curiosity, initiative, imagination, etc., because that's where we can complement the artificial intelligence tools. So the Educating for the Future Genius School actually has pathways for parents, educators, homeschoolers, in the form of Genius Educator programs. We have our youth guide and our Genius Educator program, where we actually teach you how to grow the self-awareness in your students, whether they be your own children or other people's children that you're working with. So, because that's the most important skill. So the youth consultant is step one on our Genius Educator program, and that includes the flow consultant. If you're not familiar with the Genius Group terminology, it's essentially how to use our tools, our talent dynamics, team dynamics, and educator tools to actually help people to see their natural abilities, their natural strengths, and their abilities. It's a profiling test. And of course, we have other free tools as well, like the passion test, purpose test, etc. All of these quizzes are designed to help young people to actually see how amazing they are and their individual strengths, to understand their natural energy, their natural way of thinking, their brain-wired strengths. But also we teach you how to use those tools in line with the Genius School philosophy and the Genius School methodology. So the way you would talk to a teen, for example, about their profile would be quite different to how you might profile and debrief an adult, because they speak a different language. And also we have to be aware about the dynamics between family members and the child, or the dynamics, the teacher expectations of the child. So it's managing the dynamics of those relationships to ensure that that young person really understands how amazingly perfect they are and how talented and gifted they are too, and also understands that their strengths can complement somebody else's weaknesses and vice versa. So to enroll in this program, the Flow Consultant program is included. So you get the whole Flow Consultant program, which is $1,500. And then you also get the Youth Consultant, the Genius Educator side of that program, which is also valued at $1,500. And if you actually implement what we teach you through this program, you can generate revenue of $10,000 straight away. And we actually give you the tokens to do that as well. So you get 25 Teen Dynamics tokens. So if you were to go and sell them, you'd earn just under $2,500. But you also get 10 Talent Dynamics tokens as well. So they're valued at $970. So the idea is, once you've been through this program and you've used your tokens to profile and debrief young people and their families, you can generate revenue of $10,000 or more. So, and you can actually use these tools in your education business as well. Like Ryan is a perfect example with his youth coaching. He's able to use these tools to really personalize and plan the students' learning journey based on their strengths, which is what most education experiences don't do. So again, you can generate revenue by doing the profiling debriefing, by using the tokens, but also you get 12 months mentor status on the Genius U platform. That alone is valued at $970, and also a 12-month license to be a Genius School Youth Consultant, which means you can say you're a Genius educator, and you can, it gives you kudos and credibility, because the Genius School methodology will be clearly understood by yourself. So if you are on Genius U as a mentor, that means you can actually set up your own communities on Genius U, and you can actually promote and host your own events on the platform as well. So you can be selling your programs, you can be selling your services, you can be selling your service of profiling and debriefing young people and their families. And also you can earn affiliate commissions from every referral or sale that you make, whether they be through our programs, other educators, Ryan's programs, whoever. You can earn affiliate commissions. So there are so many opportunities. And of course, the biggest is being part of the Genius Educator community, to be able to work with and alongside other educators, to, having opportunities to collaborate with other educators as well. It makes a massive difference. Again, like Ryan joining this program, and we can name many other educators who have actually worked with us or worked with each other to start new businesses or open up new opportunities for themselves. So everything that's included there, you could earn potential revenue of 20,000 a year with every step, and the program would only cost you 1,200. And with all these inclusions, your mentor status, your license, the tokens, 25 teen, 10 talent dynamics tokens, and the 2 training programs. So we've packaged them all to be just 1,200. And if you are actually interested in talking to us about this opportunity, then book a call. You can use this link, which we can put into chat, to book a call with us, and we can talk to you. We can share what's the best pathway for you. If you want to know what other educators are doing, how they're using the tools, we can give you lots more information on that. And so I would encourage you to make the most of this opportunity. It's not often we package this whole lot together. It's a super duper cheap price, and there are installment options available as well, if anybody wanted to pay on installments to make it all a bit more affordable and spread the cost. So you've done that, Karen. You've put the book a call link in chat. And if you're not sure whether it's for you and you'd like to know a little bit more about it, then do book a call, because we're happy to talk to you about opportunities, whether they be through the Genius Educator programs, or if you're curious about the whole Genius group, Genius Metaversity. We're very happy to talk to you and support you to find the right pathway. So on that, I would like to say a huge thank you for joining this mastermind session. Massive thanks to you, Ryan and Karen, for your time and your expertise, Ryan, and on using AI. I've taken a few tips away myself, so that was super duper helpful. And I'll say farewell, and thank you, Karen. So it's farewell.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Karen. Thanks everyone for
Thanks very
coming
much. I hope people got some ideas there and were inspired about how AI can support you in any teaching and learning that you're doing. I mean, we're doing it with young people and with adults through the Educator programs, but you may be working with different people as well, and there's great opportunity. So thanks for being with us, and have some fun.
Yeah, and Ryan's little avatar there is also a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone. Have a good day.
And thank you, Ryan. Thanks, Karen.